Hello everyone, I'm Cloud and welcome to Anime No Mi. Finally today we will make a complete analysis of the information of the new chapter of the One Piece manga. After all, now we have the first leaks of chapter 1026 of the manga with the information that will completely change the course of the great battle that is happening in Wano. So I already count on your support to leave like in today's video to help the channel. I also count on you to subscribe if you're still new here. Let's go to the video. Guys, as we saw during the past events of the One Piece manga, we saw that finally Momonosuke and Luffy reached the top of Onigashima to face Kaido once more, this time with Momonosuke being the one who surprised the Yonko the most. Kaido saw that the boy he faced in the past had now grown stronger, was already an adult with gigantic power with his dragon transformation, but the leader of the beast pirates believed he could easily win that confrontation. After all, when facing Momonosuke, Kaido soon goes on to say that there could only be one dragon, and that would be him. He was willing to finish off the young samurai, and we returned directly to this battle. Momonosuke was still extremely inexperienced and therefore didn't know how to use his powers as a dragon. He actually, beyond his fear of heights, didn't even know how to fly, but now he was in a real battle. Kaido, still in his form of complete transformation into a dragon, keeps attacking Momonosuke. He uses his burrow breath to perform a gigantic and flaming attack, and at that moment, Momonosuke, due to his inexperience, has a hard time to dodge that attack. Even though Momonosuke is now powerful now that he has been able to evolve his powers with his devil fruit, he had achieved this ability after Shinobu used his powers to turn him into an adult. Even so, we don't know in detail how this evolution happened, but by all appearances, he has no control over his powers, or rather, he has no experience in using these powers, which gave Kaido a visible advantage in this confrontation. After all, he already mastered his own powers. We also have to remember that Momonosuke for a long time avoided using the powers of his transformation into dragon, precisely because he remembers what happened in his past and what happened to his father thanks to Kaido, who is the original user of the dragon's power. We even saw how Kinemon disliked dragons for the same reason as Momonosuke, and just now, to face Kaido, little Momonosuke decided to accept his powers and also his transformation. But even with all the disadvantage that Momonosuke seemed to be, he wanted to continue that confrontation until fulfilling his objective, which is to defeat Kaido to save Wano once and for all. He would do whatever was necessary for that. Momonosuke then proceeds to attack Kaido in every way he was able to do, and that way in a moment manages to hit the pirate leader of the beasts and bite him. Momonosuke then bites Kaido, and the Yonko starts screaming for the pain of that blow. This surprises everyone. After all, Kaido really is much stronger than Momonosuke. The pirate knows how to use the powers of his mythical Zoan to the fullest, which was different from the young samurai who had no control by his own powers. Even so, Momonosuke with all his willpower was able to injure one of the most powerful pirates of all time, and he did so only by resisting Kaido's attacks and counter-attacking without using the devil fruit's special powers, but biting him. But this isn't the only battle taking place in Wano right now. While Luffy is fighting alongside Yamato and Momonosuke to defeat Kaido and save everyone, the samurais and their alliance allies also continue to fight for the same goal. Nekomamushi left the battle against Jack to stop Perospero, who was trying to interfere in the battles against King and Queen, initially blocking their attack and then starting a direct confrontation. Nekomamushi was facing him not only for the battle for Wano, but also for what had happened to Pedro before, and at a certain point Nekomamushi showed us his transformation Sulon. The same thing happened to Inuarashi, who kept facing Jack. They had already faced each other at different times, but now, in this moment of battle, Inuarashi managed to surprise with his transformation. But now with the course of these battles, something unexpected happened, bringing disadvantage to Inuarashi and Nekomamushi, where they lost their transformations because clouds appeared that covered the moon. With this, the two who previously gained an advantage thanks to his Sulong transformation, now lost access to the power that was changing the course of that confrontation. But we don't see the course of this battle at this point. We go back to the top of Onigashima for the battle against the Pirate of Beasts, where we now have Luffy facing the Yonko Kaido again. Previously we saw that Luffy, upon reaching the top of Onigashima, surprised Kaido and also Yamato by attacking the Yonko at the same time. Kaido then really feels the force of that attack and is thrown back. However, since the previous battle against Kaido, Luffy had already realized how he should attack to be able to keep himself in that battle, or even beat the pirate who was considered invincible in a duel. Luffy, rising after being defeated by Kaido, discovered that using the Conqueror's Haki Haki in an advanced way, something he learned by discovering and training Ryu, the advanced Busashoko Haki, and with this knowledge he managed not only to strike Kaido, but also take down the Yonko. Now that he returned for this battle, he already knew that he would have to use the power of the Conqueror's Haki to hit Kaido. It was the only power really able to face the Yonko, but now in an advanced way, he is using Haki in the same way Kaido uses it, and also the King of Pirates used it in the past. So Luffy and Kaido decide to attack each other at the same time. They jump towards each other, concentrating the force of their blow with the advanced King's Haki, but Luffy and Kaido's attack don't even need to touch. As you may remember, the power of the advanced Haki has the power of emission. We know this with Ryu, the Busashoko Haki of the advanced form, where the Haki energy was condensed beyond the hardening for the attack. It could be used in an area around. In addition, the advanced Haki can also be used in order to hit your opponent from the inside out. When reaching the power and energy of the Haki, it acts inside the opponent's body that was hit by the attack with the Haki. But with the Conqueror's Haki being used in an advanced way, we've only seen the power of the emission so far, which we've now seen being used by Luffy and Kaido, who used this power to attack each other. So with the attack between Luffy and Kaido together, even though they didn't hit directly, their power with the advanced Haki emission was strong enough to generate a surge of power that split the sky in two. In this way, the emission of the advanced Conqueror's Haki, which is referred to as a short distance emission, managed to reach the skies, and this drove away all the clouds that covered the moon, which indirectly changed the direction of the confrontation that was happening in Onigashima and I mentioned earlier. As we have seen, in the very leaks of chapter 1026 of the manga, we saw that the moon had been covered and Inuarashi and Nekomamushi ended up losing their Sulong transformations because they weren't able to see the moon. However, Luffy and Kaido ended up together and unintentionally bringing the moon back to that battle, and with all of that, Inuarashi and Nekomamushi's forces that had lost the advantage they had previously gained once again increased. Thus, with the return of the full moon, Inuarashi and Nekomamushi regained Sulong form and continue to face Jack and Paraspero. And now, after all the battle that had changed its course before, now Luffy's companions were able to defeat Kaido's allies and Big Mom. And we know that we still have other battles going on in Wano at the same time. Most of the Straw Hat Pirates have already won the battles they were facing, defeating the Tobarapas of the Beast Pirates. Momonosuke interrupted some battles when he ended up hitting the castle by flying with his eyes closed, but we know that at some point King and Queen will continue to face Sanji and Zoro, and we hope that the next chapters of the manga reveal more about Zoro's past and his connection with Wano. After all, we saw in Yamato's flashbacks that apparently one of the great swordsmen of Wano had a connection with the swordsman of the Straw Hat Pirates, and before we saw the history of Yamato, we had already discovered that Zoro's battle style was very similar to the from Wano. So we're seeing that the battles still have a lot more to show us. All this because from what the leaks indicate, Luffy and Kaido's battle is still just beginning, even because Yamato and Momonosuke will still show their powers alongside Luffy. We still have to see Momonosuke's new form after he has become an adult. After all, so far we've only seen his form transformed into a dragon. We saw Shinobu saying that Momonosuke's new form reminded someone important of her past, and with that statement she was probably referring to Oden, Momonosuke's father. And with his return, he will basically thrill all the samurai who are currently fighting for Wano. After all, everyone is now fighting for Oden's dream and also for what he has done in the past to protect all his allies. And so, now that Momonosuke has become an adult and possibly resembles his father, those who say he is too young to lead Wano must accept that he fulfills his destiny as protector. But comment in the video what you expect for the chapter. Don't forget to leave your likes in the video to help the channel, and also subscribe if you're still new here. The channel is new and needs your help. Thank you so much for watching our video so far. Your support is very important. See you in the next video. Bye.